of our shutdown's going to be going way longer than we expected. What's happening here? There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of information. And today, I'm going to flip cameras really quick. There we go. And what's going to happen, kind of what I want to talk about today is more of shifting gears into the aspect of mental health. Like when they started talking about isolating and quarantining, one of the things I was concerned about is the community side, the social side of humans. For a week, maybe 2 weeks, we can hang in there. But after a while, isolation doesn't do really well for humans and our conscious brain and so many other things that we are as social beings. And my concern is now going towards mental health and what are the mental things that we're going to see in society when it comes to this. How much depression, anxiety, anxiousness, bipolar, all these mental, negative thoughts, worrisome thoughts. And I'm not here to share gloom and doom, but I'm just saying that we're going to see an increase in that. One of the best things you can do for your health is community, connecting with people, right? Now, some people do it through social media. I hear people hang out with Zoom. I've seen high school kiddos, they park their cars in a parking lot and they open up the back and they chill there with a blanket and they talk to each other. They're practicing social distancing, but they're connecting, which I think is really cool and very essential. But at the same token, it's one of the things where if we're not connecting with others in a social way, what is that doing to our health if community is the best thing that we can do for a human being's health overall? And that is something that I want to start to play and look at people's minds and so forth, because it is something that we're seeing on a consistent basis. And so it's one of those things that what can we do, right? And there's going to be a lot of things we can do. I'm going to be sharing things that we can do. I'm going to be launching, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing things like a guided meditation. Next week, we're going to do breath work. The following week, we can do affirmations. We may even do them twice a week. Of empowering, encouraging people to shift gears. Apologies, my camera keeps flipping on me. Shift gears and be able to help you really find inner peace and balance through this process when it comes to life and everything that we're dealing with. Because the more we're in isolation, the more we're going to create more mental health issues. And it's very concerning. I mean, average about 25 million people in America have depression of some way, shape, or form. They said that, I forget what the percentages are, like 10%, 12% of people in a 3-year period are going to have depression of some sort. It's a lot of people. And so it's one of those things that what I'm looking at is saying, okay, how do we turn the corner on this? What are some things that we can do to really create a transformation? Number one, the breath is one of the most powerful things you can utilize. It is the one thing that you can do, you can use, and it's really going to help center and calm you. It's really going to allow you to just be able to connect within, reset the mind, shift your neurology, and not get into them dark mindset or thought processes or things along that nature. So I'm a big fan of breath work. There's a lot of different ones I usually recommend. I'm going to be doing one with you guys on Wim Hof. I am not a certified Wim Hof instructor by any means. I've been practicing Wim Hof breath work for about 6 years now, 7 years almost. And it's a great practice to incorporate in your life. And I wanted to be able to, we're going to be doing a session of that to help really get that reset, that calming, and to really just give you something as an outlet to break away from the chaos, the fear, the hysteria, and so much more. There's just so much going on. And how can we connect back within? The second thing that I highly, highly recommend that you can do is meditation. Excuse me. Meditation is critical. Meditation truly helps you focus. Okay. Now, why is that critical in this time? Why is meditation so important right now? Well, you got to understand, it's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to get stuck down a rabbit hole. It's so easy to be pulled one way or another through darkness, not darkness, fear, hysteria, whatever it may be, to be pulled in a certain way to be affected when it comes to those things. So the key thing is that one of the things you want to do is find meditation, that practice that works for you. What is something that you like to do? Is it guided? Is it body scan? Is it going to be something along the lines of transcendental meditation? Is it going to be conscious, so many variants of meditation out there. Is it focused meditation? Is it just being in your zone? Is it paying attention to your breath as you meditate? There's so many different factors of meditation and what you can use. I always recommend have fun, experiment, and see what works best for you. But this is so critical right now because when you look at things like what's going on in the world, the media, you got social media, you got Twitter, all these different outlets, they pull you. And so when you're focused, you can stay better centered and not let things get the best of you in any way, shape, or form. Now, the next thing that I highly recommend, okay, to start to shift gears, right, is journaling, gratitude, right? Those are going to be some important things that you can implement in your life to help you stay centered and focused. Because again, there's that word focus, right? You keep hearing me say the word focus. It's very, very critical. So it's one of those things that you want to incorporate and do to really create that transformation. So being focused on the journaling or gratitude, right? Gratitude is going to get you away from it's going to make you come back in the present time consciousness. Gratitude is going to get you away from the anger, the frustration, the resentment, or anxiety and worry, and get you centered back. Why is this happening? What is it here to teach us? What are the things that's going to happen through all this? It's that process and that journey of shifting the question and changing it in a different direction can truly get you more into a state of gratitude. I can't tell you how many times I work with people, coaching clients and so forth, and we'll talk about their past and their history. And all of a sudden they're facing something in their life. And I say, what tools have you learned from your life that can help you prepare for this? And it's fascinating when a lot say, holy cow, I've been preparing this for a long period of time. Excuse me 1 second. All right, apologize about that. So you got journaling, you have gratitude. Doing a gratitude journal is a whole nother thing you can do, but it's just being able to extrapolate things that can help you stay centered, stay focused, and not let be affected by much. One other things that I highly recommend that you can do is going to be things along the lines of choosing one thing that's going to be a victory for today, mapping out your week of what you want to get accomplished. What are things that you want to do? I think this is critical for a lot of different reasons. But one of the biggest reasons why I think it's critical is because the essence of where your schedule has shifted, where your schedule has changed, things have got a little maybe more chaotic. It's different. It's not what you're used to. Mapping out your week and just seeing where you want to become, what do you want to get accomplished each day keeps you forward thinking for goals. And from a neurological standpoint, from a human standpoint, psychological standpoint, we need something to know we're moving forward in. We need to know that we're going in a certain direction. And so when you map out your week, you know the success of where you're going to go. But more importantly, when you map out that week, it also gives you the opportunity to know you're moving along the way, celebrating your small victories, and know that you're having success in some way, shape, or form. It's kind of like that reward system, right? You plan this, you do this. All right, here's my reward with that. It'll help you stay focused on things that you need to accomplish for whatever that is, so you don't get caught up in this hysteria. And it's more of like, hey, this is what it is. If we're shut down for another 30 days, that's fine. Here's how I'm mapping these things out to do what I need to do. I'm going to stagger my schedule, make it work in a certain way so that I can be effective as much as possible. If you have kiddos and you're homeschooling, you got all that going on, well, guess what? Hey, hubby, listen, you got to work from home. Fine. You got this for this amount of time. I'm going to take care of this at this certain time. Then we're flipping the script. I need a break. I need you to help me here. Then I give you your break. However that works. But schedule it out so that you can map things out and you know how you're moving forward. These are things, guys, that I have used and time again. I use this with coaching clients. I use this with my online classes. I've interviewed some of the best minds when it comes to these things with meditation and mindset and breath work and all this. And the power behind it is so amazing. And it's one of those things where even to this day, maybe because I'm in health and being a holistic and being a chiropractor, I kind of know, like, all right, I'm just got to let this get by. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, people are suffering here and some don't here. Why do some get it and have no issues and some do? It's all these different variables, but it's just building my immune system up as much as I can and know that, hey, it's going to be fine. We're going to get through this. We're going to thrive through this, and we're going to evolve to the next level that we need to. And I really believe that from that perspective, but I also have the mindset side too, that no matter whatever happens to you, it's always a blessing and a gift. So all this that's happening right here is all a blessing and a gift. It's something that is truly going to be transformative. So one of the things I want to challenge you to is, if you're part of my mindset community, you're going to get an email on this. But what I want to challenge you to is 30 days of positivity. 30 days. Each day, I want you to think of something positive, no matter what comes out. I don't care if Trump comes out and says we're going to be federally shut down as a society, United States of America, up until September. If that's the case, you got to find what's positive each day out of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to challenge you. I want you to stretch a little bit and figure out what is something that you can do from a positive standpoint every single day to raise your vibration, to shift your consciousness, to focus on something else so that you can create that to be your reality. I did a podcast just recently, I aired today, talking about the power of choice. And now all you have to do is choose. You have two options, and this is what it comes down to: human nature. You can either choose the fear, the hysteria, the worry, the virus is dangerous, it's killing people, it's going to spread to millions, and we're going to lose millions of lives, and we got to give up our rights. Or you can choose, I'm going to empower myself and give myself all that I possibly can, and the empowerment of what I can do and how I'm going to experience it. I'm going to dictate my life based on what I choose, and doing what I believe is right by enhancing my immune system, getting my sleep, making every moment the best possible, and living my life to the best that I possibly can from where I'm at. There's no right or wrong with what you choose, but it's a choice, and you're making that choice. And the thing is, if you don't like your reality of where it's at, choose something different. You got the blue pill over here, you got the red pill over here. The red pill you take, if you guys are I'm referencing from the Matrix, but it's one of those things where you understand that you're the creator and you are what dictates what's good or bad. When I was in high school, I remember my cousin and I would go out all the time, and we had a slogan we used, and it was, no matter what, we make the best of every situation. And there were some situations we got into that I was like, what the heck is going on here? Like, it was just not going to be a fun time. It was going to be boring as heck, and it just wasn't going to be great. And what was amazing is because of our focus of we're going to make this a great time no matter what, we never had a dull moment. No matter what the situation was, no matter how bad the night was, going out, hanging out with friends or whatever, we made every situation the best possible. And I greatly appreciate those times because it really taught me that no matter what's happening in your life, you always have a choice. And so getting back to all this, that we're tying it all together, the key thing about breathwork and meditation, journaling, gratitude, focusing on positivity, things like that nature, is that it's just shifting your focus. And that's what I'm really trying to do. The breath resets you. The meditation allows for you to stay focused on what it is you want to create and not let the noise and chaos and the fear and the worries and all the opinions and everything that people are coming out with. Because there's a lot of health experts out there now who are dictating how things should be or have no background in health, and they're dictating things. And I'm not saying people don't have common sense. If you pick up things and you have common sense, that's great. I have nothing against that. But when you're dictating that, let's say someone shares something and then they're like, no, that's not how that works, but they have no background in it. Hey, you know what? Maybe ask questions instead of thinking. That's one thing I always say. Ask questions. It's always the best thing to do. But that's where we are, guys. Any questions that you have, we're here to support every step of the way. Keep a lookout. I'll be sharing an email today about meditations and breath work and setting the schedule so that we can all join live. And that way we can be live together going over these things. Most of it's going to be in the afternoons, but it'll be a lot of fun to connect, reset, and really be able to help yourself elevate to the next level. And it's open to the public. So keep a tune on for that. We're going to stream it all through our Facebook pages and social media outlets, also from the Empower Reality side and also from the Wellness Path side. So I appreciate you taking time. As always, be safe out there. And remember, there's only two choices you have: the fear or empowerment and love. Which one?